I am talking to Corinne Sandenbergh. She was the Mayoress of Stellenbosch and played a major role in the birthing of Stop Trafficking of People, as well as establishing a safe house and a life skills program for women who are exiting prostitution. She has an aftercare program for trafficked victims, integrating them back into society. Corinne, it's such an honor to speak to you. Welcome.
Thank you, Tisha. I'm honored to be on your program. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Oh, of course. It's really lovely to speak to you. And Corinne, please can you tell us, what does your organization, AniVileli, do, and what role do you play in assisting women?
Tisha, just to go a little, I would like to backtrack a little bit because something very important that I'm actually involved with at the moment, and that is that I'm more involved with awareness, as STOP is more an awareness organization and an empowering organization for young people not to be trafficked. So I've actually stepped down a little bit from rescue and from direct contact with trafficked victims. The victim empowerment and the rescue and all that part I've sort of put on the back burner, because living in where I do live in Zanin presently, things are just difficult for me to stay actively involved in that part. So I'm still on the provincial task team for human trafficking in Limpopo province with all the other stakeholders, which is a privilege and an honor. But with lockdown, we've just, we've become a little bit quiet. But presently, so I just wanted to qualify that, because National Freedom Network is very involved with rescue and with information, as you know. And I'm geared with them and I'm walking with them. But at the moment, with the AniVileli program, I'm very busy with that. But there is a huge link between human traffic awareness and AniVileli, which I will qualify and tell you about a little later. But AniVileli started, Tisha, with when I would come to town, living on the mountain there in Heinetzberg, I would see these girls standing on the side of the road, and realizing that they were in prostitution. My heart, prostitution and human trafficking is so linked, for all the years we've been fighting that prostitution not be legalized, because it opens the door for trafficking, and especially for vulnerable children. Yeah. So obviously prostitution is part of STOP's heart, And so I started engaging with them, with another lady who speaks Sepedi very well, Sarah, and we started taking them gift packs, the gift packs that you also hand out from time to time. And we started talking to them. And then we realized that these girls, there's no way they can come out of an industry and not have a different industry or whatever, because they're illiterate, they've been abused and abandoned since childhood, sold by their parents, the stuff that happens, especially in this area. No child, no young girl by choice is in prostitution here. And very few of them are actually on drugs. It's different from the city metropole areas. It's a different thing. It's a survival. It's to eat and to care for your children. That's what it is. Right. Yeah. So we decided that we needed to give them something more than just talk with them on the roadside. So we rented a little room in the CBD area in Zanin and started going on outreach in the evenings. Curb crawling, and then we became such a lovely team that we could actually walk, because we had guys with us. Because the pimps are getting more and more, they really are quite present when you're on the streets around these girls. The girls call them their boyfriends. So we started building relationship, Tisha, and I think that's what's, for me, the most important thing in working with people in prostitution, is building relationship. Prostitution is still illegal in South Africa, but if you go that route, of calling in the police and prosecution, they just go to prison for a few days, pay a fine and come out. That we realize that's not the way we're going to win their hearts, and how are we going to turn the scourge around, Tisha. So we started bringing them in, and we started giving them coffee and sandwiches and ministering to them the love of God, because that's the only thing that can heal and redeem is Jesus' love.
Yeah.
And because I was a victim of sexual abuse as a little child, and a broken-winged butterfly in absolute dyslexia for many years, not knowing why I'm so perverted and why I'm so, in Afrikaans they say vroeg ryp, vroeg vrot, I didn't know until later when God revealed to me after seeking his face. I said, I've got an absolutely dysfunctional relationship with men. Please show me what it is. And the Lord showed me that I was molested, and he showed me who it was, where it happened, and how the situation appeared and the effect it had on my life. So I went on a journey of forgiveness, Tertia, towards my perpetrator, which didn't take me 1 month. It took me quite long. By the end of the season, which I can't remember how long it was, one day I just woke up and my innocence was restored. And it was so beautiful. I was completely redeemed. And I just was a normal little girl. In fact, I was so veiled that the boys just weren't even interested in me anymore. So that's what the Lord did for me. But I was an older girl. I was at university when all this happened. So, when you've got that background, God can heal. He can redeem, and he can change around the worst situation in your life and make you new. So this is the heart behind AniVileli. So we just started walking with these girls, and then we decided we needed to do skills development, and a lovely, precious woman came on board with me, and she's Monica Smith, and she decided she's going to start teaching the girls to crochet. And then we got strings from Checkers for free, the normal domestic string. And we started making beautiful things with the string. And then we started getting string given to us, recycled string that the people that do the, when you bore a hole, for water, and then you've got the equipment, you've got to siphon water through a cone. And then all the mud and the rust stays behind. And those cones, we were given free bakkievruchte full,
Wow.
So that's we started with this. But in the meantime, our girls, some you win, some you lose. And the big thing for me personally was that the Lord just showed me that I'm an establisher. I'm a mover and a shaker and operator. I get things established and I move on to the next thing. And I just knew that God was saying to me, no, you're going to be shepherding these girls for a long season. This is not a quick fix. This is a lifetime relationship, because they lost their fathers, they've lost their mothers, they trust nobody. And they don't trust you either. So you've got to win their hearts, So the journey started in 2014, 2013. That's like 9-10 years ago, it all started.
Yes.
I connected with Straatwerk, Madri them, and I just said, guys, I need your help. I need your input. They even paid they came over a week and trained us and assisted us and gave us lots of advice, and more than anything, loving support in what we're doing. So we've partnered with them, and I've always realized that I'm fighting prostitution to stop, and I'm helping prostitutes to exit. And I think that's the main thing.
Yes.
And God gave me a very unique strategy with these girls, because I realized that we immediately found jobs for them in the first year or 2 or 3 of them being with us. And within a few months, they were out of the jobs and back having another baby with another boyfriend, back into Madala Bar, which is the absolute scourge of the town. And Madri just said to me, you've got to heal somebody, get them healed and redeemed, because foundationally there's nothing before you can actually put them in a job situation, because they just haven't got what it takes to stick a thing through and to take offense and to be in the workplace.
Yes.
So I backtracked, and 2 girls stayed in their jobs and made a success of it. So what I want to say to you today, and that is, God just showed me that there's so many women working as domestic workers, Tisha, in towns, in cities, and working in ShopRite and Checkers. And they're predators walking around in the rural areas, work without jobs, and the children's lives are in danger. So it doesn't help STOP goes to schools and does Valuable to Jesus and STOP programs and doing all the stuff we do, and you're not protecting the child in the village and empowering him. So we're empowering the kids in the schools, but we need mamas, big mamas, who've got the eye on the cloud. So the program which we're running is a program of full circle going back, starting in AniVileli in Makkie Plaza, in Burgersdorp, in Tikkiline, and being a home and a place of safety and a place of restoration, rehabilitation there. So we've started empowering these girls and telling them who they are, giving them their identity and their destiny back in Christ, and telling them that there's no way I'm going to find a job for you. You are going to be self-employed. You are going to be an employer of many. So, yeah.
That is so beautiful. It's just whenever you speak, Corinne, and whenever you give your testimony, because there are so many that you give, I just find that I literally hang on your lips. And when you speak, it's just so clear that God moves in your work and that you are truly a lover of Christ. Now, I really, really do admire that of you.
Thank you for that. That our latest project, if I can put it that way, is an amazing combination where STOP is partnering with AniVileli in a major thing, which I believe is really going to make an impact in Limpopo, number one, and maybe further. We have started making reusable sanitary wear. Beautiful kits. We call it a pad pack, and in this beautiful pad pack, you know, are reusable sleeves and things, and 2 panties, a soap, and a waslappie, and to take it because the girls in the really rural areas here around us. I'm not talking about city girls or township girls. I'm talking about rural girls, where they're in these schools and they stay away from school for a quarter of their year because of their menstruation cycle. So we've made about 500 to 1,000 packs in the past few months, also during lockdown, which are waiting there to go out. So with myself, and we've had training, days for girls, trained our girls on how to present the packs to these kids. And so when the schools start again in a week or two, we're going to start making appointments. We have actually already, but just renew because with lockdown, everything was locked back. We're going to schools. I'm going to do a STOP Trafficking Awareness program in the high schools and the little ones, but the high schools specifically, the ones that we train the young people in, and then we're going to split the boys and girls, and we're going to do a presentation and give them their pad packs. And we're going to teach them on personal hygiene. We're going to teach them on personal purity. And we're going to empower them. Our girls have even been trained in strategic karate to know where to kick in the right place at the right time.
Wonderful.
Protect themselves against being raped. So we've got quite an intensive program which our girls went through for a whole week to be able to go out. So we are going to be wearing STOP t-shirts, which we will be receiving from you hopefully I've got a few, but I'm going to need a few more. So we're going out, and STOP has now got a new arm, and that is the pad pack, the empowering young girls to be pure, to be clean, and to protect themselves. So this is our new endeavor, which we're going to be launching and which we'll be taking photos of. But we're going on a pilot one, and as soon as the schools start again. But this is very exciting for me because I've always wanted to combine STOP with AniVileli to let our girls be involved with the programs. But now we have it. Now our girls have trained how to do that. And those who are very, very smart, I'm going to train in STOP awareness programs for schools. But
Oh,
this is
that's
our
exciting.
long-term project. We're going to first pilot it, and then we're going to present it to Stop Head Office and see how it goes. It's a pilot project at this stage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting. That's wonderful, Corinne. Wow. Thank you for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Corinne, tell me if anyone who's watching this video would like to make contact with you or would like to support you in any way, how can they make contact with you?
I think the most valuable for me is an email, because then I can read it and I can answer back. We have a phone number which you're welcome to phone, but I would prefer an email at this stage. But I have a phone number, and I don't mind anybody phoning me for information on how to start a project. And then one starts emailing after that. We're open. We're excited, and they can contact you, and you can contact us. So there are various ways. So my telephone number is 082 456 2459. 082 456 2459. And anybody is welcome to give me a ring anytime. I love conversations, and then I'll refer you to my email, and then we can start, communicating and imparting information. And we say, please come and visit us in Zanin.
Yes.
So we're not working with children that need to be protected. We're not a safe house at this stage that needs to be, the identity of people need to be. Our girls love people, and they're quite open to give their testimonies concerning where they were. So at this stage, it's fine.
Okay. Oh, that's lovely.
And my email address is Corinne at stoptrafficking.org.za. I think that's the easiest email address because it's connected to you. Thank you,
That's
Tish.
perfect. That's perfect. Thank you so much, Corinne. I really appreciate your time, and it was so lovely to speak to you as always.
Thank you, Tisha.